Hey there, I'm an iPhone 7 user for a long time and had recently decided to upgrade to the iPhone 13 mini. I've chosen the mini because like the 7, the size feels just right and the Pro model seems to be bigger in my hand. For this video, I'm going to share the top 5 differences that I notice immediately. Is it worth the upgrade? Let's find out. So as mentioned earlier, I'm not a huge fan of large mobile phones, and the iPhone 13 mini, at least for me, is a reasonable upgrade from the 7. I do believe that's still packed with pro-like features for everyday use. My iPhone 7 seems to be getting slow now, and after using it for almost 4 years, I did the upgrade and noticed the following improvements straight away. These are the size, camera, battery, speed, and features. Everything was improved and I'll tackle them shortly one by one. Let's start with the size. I do like the size of the 7 and the 13 mini as you can see is smaller in physical dimension. But the display is bigger the 13 mini, it's 5.4 versus 4.7 of the 7. This is a perfect grip and it will lessen the worry of falling out from your pocket anytime soon. On the opposite side, if you're worried that the iPhone 13 mini is really that small, just grab a case which I do believe everyone will consider. And hola, it will gonna be almost the same size as the 7. That's great. And now to the camera. This is most likely all mobile phone manufacturers compete with each other. The iPhone 7 has a single 12 megapixel wide camera with f1.8 aperture, whereas the 13 mini has a dual 12 megapixel wide and ultra wide cameras with f1.6 and f2.4 aperture respectively. So as you can see from here, they both render a different color profiles with a more saturated image coming from the 13 mini. And since the 13 mini has the latest camera improvements, it captures more details and sharpness than the 7. Although I still prefer the look from the 7 as it has more natural looking colors. I don't know, please correct me if I'm wrong, but hands down, in terms of clarity, the 13 mini won. And looking at the leaves here, it looks a bit washed out from the 7, while it retains more details than the 13 mini. Even the grass in the ground looks clear on the 13 mini, which is of course expected that it has a newer camera modules. So what do you think about the difference in image quality? Do you also have the iPhone 7 or even the 8, 6 or the 5? And since the 13 mini has a dual camera system, it can still go wider using the ultra wide camera, which is equivalent to a 13mm focal length on the full frame camera. Here's another example with photos taken from iPhone 7 on the left and 13 mini on the right. Mobile phones are so good nowadays that they can capture incredible high dynamic range on contrasting scenes like this. And of course, as expected, the 30 mini takes incredible sharp photos than the 7, thanks to its upgraded camera system. This is the wide shot from the iPhone 7 versus the wide and ultra wide from iPhone 13 mini. The same level of sharpness continues all the way to the front-facing camera. It can capture 12 megapixel resolution from the 13 mini and 7 megapixel from the 7. And guys, so sorry for plugging my oily face on this comparison though. Take note that the 13 mini can also take selfies on a 7 or 12 megapixel resolutions. The 13 mini also has a cool night mode feature that will capture subjects on a dark environment. I have tested it to capture some stars and it worked great. You can check that video by clicking the link above or below with the description. Next up, battery. Although the 13 mini is smaller than the 7, it is quite thicker and a bit heavy, which gives way to a larger battery. This new iPhone 13 mini has a larger battery capacity, which is of course can last longer compared to the 7. This alone is a huge improvement for this tiny little phone. On my testing, it lasts for more than 2 days. I'm not a heavy user. I mainly do browsing, checking emails, call and text, music, YouTube, work apps, and some games. It is already Friday and I still have 21% battery left since I charged it last Wednesday. Both my Wi-Fi and mobile data are on, and I also don't usually install the official Facebook app, but I access them directly from the Safari browser. And few games that I usually play is this Monument Valley, which runs very smoothly on this phone.
Ryan, charger has been connected.
The wireless charging on the 13 mini is very convenient. It is powered through strong magnets. Now going to speed, it is obvious that the 13 mini is faster than the 7. It is powered by the latest A15 Bionic chip, compared to the 7's A10 Fusion chip. Overall operation and handling of apps runs very smoothly on this phone. So for someone who's coming from an iPhone 7 like myself, or maybe if you have the 5, 6, 8, or even 10, the 13 mini along with its other additional features is definitely worth of an upgrade. There's also the regular 13 and the 13 Pro, or even the 13 Pro Max if you wanted something bigger. And that's it. I hope my short comparison had helped you with something. And guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, kindly hit a thumbs up or even subscribe for more contents like this. Keep safe, see you again, cheers.